Hi, I'm Lori Betts. Happy New Year. Welcome to Golden Years. This month I have a special guest to start the new year out with good news. I have Toth, the director from the Office for Older Adults. So come on back and we're going to tell you what is happening at Brunswick Rec Center.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to Golden Years. I am interviewing Toth from Medina County Office for Older Adults. Laura is here today to share with us exciting news that is going to be happening at the Rec Center. Laura, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thanks so much for having me here today.
You have wonderful news to share with my viewers, so I'm glad you're here. And did you have good holidays?
I had wonderful holidays. How about yourself?
Yes, I did. And it's always nice to be with the family.
Exactly.
And enjoy time spent with them and not rushing around and working.
Absolutely.
Okay, so do share with us.
Medina County Office for Older Adults was awarded the contract to provide senior services to residents of the city of Brunswick and beyond and outside of Brunswick. So we will have a person stationed at the Rec Center planning activities and planning and seeing through trips, taking registrations, things of that nature, starting this January.
So the person, whether it's going to be a he or she, she'll be on site daily?
On site daily. The general hours are 9 to 1, but many of the trips start, 7 o'clock in the morning. That person will be there to make sure everybody gets off safe on their journeys. We'll be there daily to do registrations, to help coordinate activities, to be that contact person, much like Julianne Kecko, many people remember, was with the city of Brunswick.
Oh my. When I run into seniors and I'll say, are you still active? And you're out in the community, and they'll say, I haven't really been to the rec center that often, lately. And I think they'll be so excited to hear this news.
Oh, I think so too, and I think it's so important for the seniors to have that contact person.
Personal
that
contact.
Regular person that they can go to and just talk, ask about, different programs, register for different programs. Just to have that contact, I think, is so important.
Wonderful. I did a couple poker tournaments there, GTB sponsored, and just that, like maybe 12 people. I mean, just the connection and the relationship they have with each other. And they come there several times a week to play cards. I mean, it's just unique.
It's an interesting time for seniors. I just think in general, as a senior population, whether that be in the city of Brunswick or the county, because a lot of those activities, the numbers have gone down, even at the senior center in the city of Medina. The seniors who play cards or have different kind of tournaments, the numbers of Wii bowling, for example, have gone down a little bit, and I just think we have a lot more younger, active seniors. I know the Brunswick Recreation Center has about 1,300 people registered in the Silver Sneakers program, and I would love to see about 1,300 people in the programs that we're running for seniors. That would be a great goal to get more utilization out of the senior programs provided at the Rec Center.
That's good to hear. Wonderful. So you said trips. So is the same company doing the trips, or?
We are currently talking to different companies about who's going to be providing the trips, but I want the seniors to rest assured they will be the same types of trip. There will be a couple of gambling trips. There will be trips to Amish country. There will be a holiday trip. There usually is to see lights or to go downtown and see a play. different kind of
good. That's
activities that
awesome.
they've done. There are a few different companies that do that. One thing that we're excited about and kind of has been my vision for trips is that we would like to combine the trips for the seniors of Medina and Brunswick. I mean, they've always been open to everybody, but we would like to have a contract with a company that say if the group is going south, that they could stop at the Brunswick Rec, then stop in Medina, and then go to the trip. Or the opposite being true, if the people are going north, they could stop in Medina, and then at the Brunswick Rec for the Brunswick people, and then go north. And we think that it'll get a lot more of the trips to fruition, to make them happen, because sometimes the trips don't get full, and we have to cancel, and of course you have people that are a bit disappointed if you've signed up and are planning to do something, and aren't able to do it. So we hope that more of the trips this way will be full, so we
That's
can
a very
use the
good
big
idea.
buses and
Oh, yeah.
fill them up with 50 or 60 people.
And
Be
there's a
great.
lot happening now. I mean, we have the casinos, I mean, and just Playhouse. I mean, the plays that they've been having is phenomenal.
It's beautiful.
It's an exciting time now for Cleveland, so that's good. That's wonderful to hear. Okay, so I hear that there is the health fair, the annual health fair is happening. So do you want to touch on that?
Absolutely. The health fair will take place on Monday, January 18th, which is Martin Luther King Day. That's typically the day that they have the health fair. So that is taking place at the Brunswick Rec. The transition from ProView Care Center had this contract and was running senior services. And so we're transitioning to Medina County Office for Older Adults. They have done all the planning for the health fair in 2016, and certainly we would never think of stepping on anybody's toes, so they will be seeing that through and hosting that. I will be there as a representative from Office for Older Adults from 10 to 12, but it's all day with the soup contest.
Super chili.
Well, it used to be chili cook-off, but now it's just any
Soup.
kind of soup
Okay.
is brought, and it's taking place in their multi-purpose center. So far, they have, I think, 15 to 20 vendors, and the one thing that people may be used to that will not be there is signing up for trips. We just won't have that coordinated yet, but I will have a list provided if people want to get notified, and certainly the Recreation Center, as soon as that comes out, the schedule for 16, we can let everybody know.
That's one thing, Julianne had that down pat.
Exactly.
I can remember doing that fair for years, and those seniors lined up to get in to sign up for those trips, because back then the trips were so popular.
Yes.
So-
And we plan to continue the trips and to continue the health fair. It'll be either in January or February of 17. Once we have taken over for 10 months and we kind of get organized and can have people register just a little bit differently, but they have vendors there. And at that time, we hope to, do the trip notification. One thing that will change about the health fair is it won't be on Martin Luther King Day. We want to do it on a day that there is no school because of parking, but we want to do it on a day that transit will be available. Because I want all the seniors who ride transit to be able to come to that health fair at the rec center. So you'll have plenty of notice of when the health fair takes place, but it won't be Martin Luther King Day.
You're talking 2017.
2017, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Keep that in
2016,
mind.
it's on. There should be plenty of notification, January 18th.
And I think they chose that date always because of the parking.
Absolutely.
The parking lot, the school's not there.
Absolutely.
And I don't even know if Brunswick's in school that day.
No, they are not.
Okay. So, for people to park. But if they're getting transferred there, they don't have
Correct.
to worry about the car.
And there are plenty, there's usually, as school schedules go, they're out, so we'll know when it is. And there's usually, about one day a month when the kids don't go to school, but everything else is running for one reason or another.
Okay.
So we think it'll absolutely work.
Well, that sounds great. Very good. Something to look forward to. And the soup, do they pay for the soup? The testing of it, or no?
It's all
okay.
provided free of charge.
Very good. So that's the place. Put it on your calendar.
That's right,
January
January
18th.
18th.
Okay. And the hours are?
I believe they're 9 to 12.
Okay. All right. But it'll be publicized.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Okay, so what else is going to be exciting there? You're going to have a person in place.
That's probably the most exciting thing.
Yes.
There will be, as I mentioned, a transition period. We want things to be the same as they were, as much as possible. So every Monday there was a scheduled lunch and learn. I have that schedule. There's going to be no changes to that at all. There will be a
good.
Monday lunch and learn.
Okay.
Actually, most of the schedule is filled for 2016.
Good, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So lunch will be provided. I know Pearlview does it once per month. Willowwood does it once per month. Southwest is usually there on a medical topic once
Very
per
good.
month. So there's several agencies and facilities that regularly do the Monday lunch and learns. The bingo will be the same every Tuesday by Willowwood, and then once a month on a Thursday. The cards, the nutrition program that we run on Wednesday, Friday, we're really trying to keep everything consistent. Before we make any big changes, I want to meet regularly with the seniors, as has been done in the past, to see what they like, what they may not like. But I think things are going well. There's many groups that meet at the rec center that coordinate with the senior provider of services, but are kind of independently run, like the Romeo group, which is retired old men eating out. That's what that stands for. The AARP, the hiking club. So those kind of things, they coordinate with the senior court, but they're really kind of self-run. They're given room in the rec center to hold their meetings or have as a meeting point, like the hiking club, because they go different places. But really, we don't anticipate a lot of changes in that area.
Okay, besides lunch and learn, do they have lunches there certain days a week?
No, not unless there's special events. We have a nutrition program there on Wednesday and Friday. It's called the Congregate Meal Program. That will not change. You sign up. The only thing you have to do to get involved in that program is be age 60. So that's it. There's no financial qualifications. It's just come on in. It's much like the lunch and learn in that it's a meal. There's typically not a program. It's just the chance to get together and have a meal and visit with people. The maximum number of people that can participate, because that's grant funded, so we do have a maximum and it's 20. But really in 2015, we've been around 15 to 16 people. So there's room for that program to grow.
And 60's young.
Oh my gosh, 60 is so young.
We're still working.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's very good. That's exciting. That's, you want those seniors active, and if they could still get out of the house, come and enjoy each other. So that's good to hear. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to hear what else is going on at the rec center.
Hi, I'm Matthew Metchke, Director of Ohio Western Reserve National Cemetery. If you are a loved one that's a veteran or has a family member or friend that is, you have a benefit right in your backyard at Ohio Western Reserve National Cemetery. Please reach out to us if you're interested in obtaining any benefit information. Our phone number is 330-335-3069, and our website address will be located here in this announcement. Thank you.
If you're like most families, you probably have video game fans in your home. But not every game is right for every kid, which is where the ESRB ratings come in. They help parents make informed decisions for their kids. And there's an easy-to-use mobile app that gives you detailed info on specific game ratings. Video game consoles have parental controls that you can set to block certain games by age rating, so they get all the fun, and you get peace of mind.
Welcome back to Golden Years. I am interviewing Laura Toth from Medina County Office for Older Adults, and our topic is the Brunswick Rec Center and the changes that are happening right now. Laura, you mentioned transit. So, share with my viewers how they can utilize the transit to get them to and from out of the house.
I would be happy to. Transit is kind of a sticky wicket here in Brunswick, as there's been a lot of controversy last year over, is Medina County going to run the transit, the BTA, or is there still going to be a contract with the BTA? Currently, And I think for about the last 5 years, Medina County employs all the drivers on the BTA, so they've had this kind of shared contract. But I think a lot of seniors are worried about the changes that may be coming for transit. So currently there is a Brunswick loop through the BTA. It costs seniors $0.25 to ride. I think it costs everybody else like 50 cents. There are no plans to change that rate schedule at all for 2016. So it would continue to be $0.25 per ride, no matter if the city of Brunswick keeps the BTA or if they merge with Medina County Transit. That rate schedule is secure for 2016. I really want the seniors of Brunswick to know how transit loops work in the rest of the county, because I think it's so applicable if this merger should take place in 2016. We have a contract with transit. It gets really confusing because transit has, there's many different programs that pay for transit. So we have one for anybody 60 years old or older. The transit has one itself that's federally subsidized for anybody 65 years or older. So there's, you know, if you're 62, which program may I qualify for? And then if you're low income, Community Action has another program. So it's really hard for us as professionals to even explain that to people, how all that works and where do I go for this program. So we have an information sheet that we give everybody that's on the transit program or even is just interested in it, that kind of delineates this is what you do and this is what you might be eligible for. But currently we have a contract with transit that pays for loop rides for the Medina Loop. Anybody who wants to ride the Medina Loop and is 60 years old and older, or the Wadsworth Loop, anybody who wants to ride that and is 60 years old and older, and it's free. The loop is free. It's subsidized through us. So everybody who's approved on that program has an orange ID card. It has their name on it. It says Medina County Office for Older Adults. It's kind of bright orange, and then you just have to show that to the driver and you have a free ride. I am anticipating that that will happen if the county merges with the BTA. That will happen then in the next couple years in 2017 or so. Again, I want to assure everybody that in 2016, the price for the loop ride will remain $0.25 for all seniors.
Are they still offering the on-demand transit rides?
Yes, absolutely. That is a program that we run throughout all of Medina County that subsidizes rides for any senior age 60 or older that needs to go somewhere like for an appointment. So you have a doctor's appointment.
From Brunswick to Medina.
From Brunswick to Medina. It does not go out of county, which really hurts a lot of people in Brunswick because you guys utilize Strongsville so much. I know I do, living in Brunswick. I go to Strongsville for many things, but this is contained within the county. So you're going to the clinic in Medina for an appointment. You would get approved through the Office for Older Adults, and we would pay for that transit ride for you. Typically they come to your home, they pick you up curbside, so you have to be able to get down your driveway, even if that's with assistance, with a scooter or a wheelchair, because they do have lifts on all the buses, but then they can take you to your appointment wherever that may be.
How far out do they have to book the appointment?
2 weeks is the recommended time frame to book that appointment out. And if you have something quicker than that, they really do try to work with you to get you where you need to be as much as possible. They realize that for so many people, although transit can be an alternative to having your own car, you can drive and still get subsidies for transit. But for so many people, it's their only form of transportation. So they really do try and work. And then we have other alternatives in the county that we have utilized or that transit has, like, for example, Faith in Action, who help get people to different appointments. But the main thing we pay for the on-demand transit is medical appointments. But people can also go to the grocery store once a week, or the bank, or to their pharmacy. So many times that's all one place now. There's banks and the grocery stores, and people get their prescriptions filled at the grocery store, which has really kind of saved us some funding because people are doing all kinds of things in one trip. But that's a countywide service that everybody's eligible for. And it doesn't matter at this point who is running the BTA or if it merges. That is a service that's there for everybody. And information will be at the Brunswick Recreation Center about these programs.
Okay.
you will
And
be
even
able
the
to make an
BTA
appointment.
schedule, is that at the rec center?
It should be at the rec center, but it absolutely, we can get copies of that up there if it's not there currently. I can't remember, when you go in the rec center, there's that wall and it has like the Tadler in it and things like that. And I don't know if there's transit brochures or schedules or not. There should be.
Because there's always a turnover of seniors.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful information. Thanks for sharing that with us. And so that's right now. When is that the merge might happen, or it's on the table, or?
It's kind of on the table with City Council. They have read the proposed agreement, I believe, and it goes through a process at several City Council meetings. And seniors have absolutely been vocal about their feelings on the issue. So how it all ends up, I can't say. I just want to try and assure people in Brunswick that there are programs that can help them out. I think it's really scary because the rate schedule for transit, a loop ride is $1.50 in the rest of the county for a transit loop. And in Brunswick, like I said before, it's either 50 cents or a quarter. Well, when you're on a fixed income, that is a huge
Challenging.
difference.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's a huge difference. So I really am trying to get the word out about that subsidy program, that if you're age 60, you're going to be able to ride that loop for no cost if the county takes over the transit program.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's greatly needed because if you're not driving anymore and you have to get to the doctors, and when you have kids, I mean, sometimes their schedules don't meet up with matches mom's schedule.
Yeah, and not only seniors are utilizing the bus system, but so many students do too. I know that I work till 5 o'clock and my son goes to the high school and he wants to go, so I'm like, hop on the bus. And
There you
kids
go,
do, or are
yeah.
picking it up at the library, kids are. So it's utilized by teenagers as much.
That's awesome because there's nothing wrong with taking the bus.
There's absolutely
the bus
nothing.
or the feet. Really? You need to see more kids walking, because that's how it used to be. You don't have to have the car. Okay, so what else do you want to share with my seniors?
The one other thing I really wanted to hit on is the Tadler, which has the schedule of all the activities, trips, programs that are going on for seniors in Brunswick. We are kind of in a state of flux. We've had no hard decisions about how the Tadler will be published, what it'll be named, or anything. We're still in negotiations on that subject, but I want the opportunity to say right now at the Brunswick Rec, there are schedules that you can pick up, calendars that have all the activities that the Rec Center is providing for seniors. They are right in the door of the Rec Center. If you don't see them, just ask the staff or ask the Office for Older Adults coordinator, and we will let you know where their schedules are. So we will continue to have schedules of programming, but do know that Tadler, if it's not there, will be there soon with all the regularly scheduled programming and the advertised trips and everything that it had, hopefully, in 2015.
Okay, that being said, can the savvy seniors go on the rec website and pull up senior calendar?
We are working with the Medina Rec with their Facebook page. We want to advertise programming that we're having, and with their website to try and get it's called a hot link to attach to the schedules.
Okay.
We hope that will be absolutely utilized. I don't know if it will be in January. It will be coming in the near future, but I can assure seniors that on our website, which is www.mcooa.org, the Brunswick schedule will absolutely be there. If they just go on it, there should be a tab that says Brunswick Seniors, and they just push on it, and then the schedule will be there.
Awesome. Got to make it easy.
I know.
Yes.
As easy as I can.
Thank you very much for those of the people that are, it's amazing because some of my customers, they are there with that computer, and it just blows my mind. And God bless them, but if they're retiring from a job that they had to be in the computer world, they're just taking that over with them, and that's great. And then you have the reverse that, I don't go there.
And that's fine too.
And that's fine too, really.
I still have people that answer the phone. You won't call and get a computer.
Bingo. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, yeah. Because it's very frustrating. One of the hospital systems, you call trying to get a hold of a doctor, you get an operator. I don't know if it's a main operator, but you don't go directly to the doctor, and it's like, please. I mean, so if a senior's trying to get a hold of their doctor, I mean, that's crazy. But I know it's technology, but sometimes it's very frustrating for them. Okay, so January 18th is the health fair.
Correct.
It's called the Senior Health Fair?
Correct.
Okay, so put that on your calendars, and hopefully it's not going to snow that day. It's going to be a beautiful day, so you could come out with your pals and see what's new and exciting at the rec center and have soup. So good luck, Laura.
Thank you.
And I know this is long awaited for this transition to happen. So we're going to be glad to see you guys up and running again. So thank you for joining Golden Years this month, and we'll see you at the health fair, because I'm going to be there too. And have a beautiful month, and Happy New Year.
When emergencies threaten, you want to know immediately. In the City of Brunswick, residents receive alerts from Code Red. The Code Red service works with a database of phone numbers of Brunswick residents. Depending on the size and scope of the emergency, Code Red alerts either all of the city or just the part that is affected.
This is a Code Red message from the City of Brunswick.
As a city resident, you also have the opportunity to add warnings about severe weather, such as tornadoes, thunderstorms, or flash floods. If you want to be sure that you are registered, or if you want to add or change your notifications or phone number, we encourage you to visit the Code Red website. You'll find a link to Code Red on the city's website, www.brunswick.oh.us. Just click on the button for complete information and options.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.